Meryl Streep leads the list of killer candidates for the new season of Steve Martin, Martin Short and Selena Gomez's murder podcast comedy. In its second season finale, Only Murders in the Building loudly announced its intentions for season 3. Steve Martin, Martin Short and Selena Gomez's intrepid true crime podcasters were going to have to solve another murder mystery, with Paul Rudd playing the corpse in question. Stunt casting aside, the new case was another significant leap forward for the comedy on at least two fronts. The murder took place a full year after the events of seasons 1 and 2, and the murder took place in a building outside of the titular, building. At least, that's how it seemed. The Only Murders season 3 premiere, called The Show Must, which has released on Hulu amid the ongoing WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes, which is why you won't see any actors doing press for the season, takes back the death of Ben Glenroy Rudd, if only for a little while. A vapid actor whose celebrity highlight reel includes projects such as Cobra and Girl Cop, Rudd's Glenroy manages to survive his apparent on-stage demise from the season 2 finale, in which he appeared to die in front of a packed theater house on opening night of the new play, Death Rattle. Technically, Glenroy did die, but only for an hour. His resurrection turns out to be similarly short-lived, as his battered body is discovered on top of an elevator by the end of the premiere by none other than Charles Hayden Savage Martin, Oliver Putnam Short, and Mabel Mora Gomez, whose Whodunit podcast series is officially back in action with a brand new mystery to solve. Across its first 2 episodes, Only Murders season 3 introduces and reintroduces the viewer to a litany of folks with plenty of motive and opportunity to kill the cookie-loving monster known as Ben Glenroy. Whodunit? Let's survey the suspects as the 10-episode season begins. The season begins by introducing Loretta and her backstory, setting her up as Oliver's new love interest, and making tension between her and Ben clear. With Ben dead, the play is also likely dead, which means Oliver's rule of no workplace romances may finally lift. Did Loretta kill Ben in order to open the door for a romance with Oliver? It feels a little light. And also, we've been here before, what with Charles Hayden's ill-fated relationship with serial killer Amy Ryan. Still, she remains a top suspect, if not for motive then at least for a few key pieces of dialogue. Oliver tells me you're one to look out for, Ben says at one point, and later even Loretta exclaims, "Oh my God, it's me. It's me, isn't it?" Played by Jeremy Shamos, aka the erstwhile Mr. Kettleman on Better Call Saul, Dickie is Ben's brother and manager. He's responsible for Ben's diet, which must be strictly followed due to the actor's commitment to playing superhero Cobra. With direct access to Ben's food, Dickie could easily have poisoned Ben, a first murder attempt that ultimately went awry. Shortly before Ben's final death, Dickie pulled his brother aside for a very important phone call. Was that an actual call, or something arranged to sneak Ben away somewhere a bit more private, like an elevator shaft perhaps? Tobert the documentarian, also known as Robert with A.T., played by Jesse Williams. Tobert is Ben's documentarian, on hand to film the hotshot actor's Broadway debut. Williams is a significant name among the new Only Murders cast members, and he has one of the most significant, "That's the murderer," pieces of dialogue in the premiere. "Hey Broadway, I'm just an observer. This is literally the last time you're going to hear my voice." Exactly what the killer would say. Season 2 already took a meta route by having a podcaster as the murderer. Casting a filmmaker in that role would be a natural next step for season 3.